and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am so excited because I am going to show you guys how to make Iranian sour cherry rice, better known as Albaloo Polo. Albaloo Polo has a very sweet place in my heart because it was one of my favorite childhood recipes that my mom would make us. I'm convinced that my mom's version has to be the best version out there because it is so simple yet so delicious. So fresh sour cherries are actually available in Iranian supermarkets around the summer months, and year-round they are available in jars like this. And this is the version that we are going to be using today because it is spring and the fresh sour cherries have not come out yet. So I'm really excited to show this with you guys and show you guys how to make this amazing recipe. It's so sweet. It has a beautiful tartness to it, and it's just, guys, you just have to try it. You have to try it and taste it so you know what I'm talking about. By the way, if you don't have an Iranian market next to you, you can order this on my Amazon store. I'll put the link below so that you guys can get that just shipped to you. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get right into it and let me show you how to make Albaloo Polo. Okay guys, so I'm here at the stove. I have a large non-stick, you have to make sure it's non-stick, large non-stick pot that I have poured hot water in, and I'm just going to bring that up to a boil, and I'll show you what we're going to do with that in a moment. But while that gets to a boil, we are going to start on our sour cherries. So what we're going to do is turn on our stove, bring it up to a high to medium heat, and what we're going to do is pour the entire jar into it very slowly because it will stain. Amazing. Perfect. What we're going to do is have this come up to a boil, and then we're going to lower the heat. Okay guys, so my sour cherries have come up to a boil. What I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to add a tablespoon of sugar. I'm just going to sprinkle that on there, like that. And we're going to give this a nice stir again. And we're going to keep this boiling and simmering until the liquid has been reduced. So we're just going to hang tight on that a little bit. Meanwhile, for my rice, my water has come up to a boil, and what I'm going to do is add some butter to my water. Probably about 2 tablespoons of butter. It's going to give some nice flavor to our rice. Next thing I'm going to do is add our rice. Now I have about 4 cups of basmati rice in here. I have rinsed and drained it several times until the starchiness, which is like this cloudy-like appearance in the water, has been removed. So you keep repeating that process until your water has been it's totally clear. You can see this on on another video of mine, how to make Persian rice. I will post it up here so that you guys can click on it and see how I do that process. So anyways, I have my rinsed basmati rice here. I'm going to add this into my boiling water. Like so. And then we're going to give everything a nice stir. What we're doing here is that we are parboiling our rice. So after about 7 to 8 minutes, I'm going to strain my rice, and I'll show you guys what we're going to do with that next. Alright guys, so after about 5 to 7 minutes, you're going to start to see your rice rolling up to the top of your water like that. That is a clear indicator that your rice is ready. So we're going to turn off our stove and drain our rice. Okay guys, so our rice is ready to be drained. What we're going to do is actually lift this up and put it into a strainer. I'm going to run our rice right into our strainer like so. rice. There we go. Perfect. Okay, and what we're going to do is run some cold water through our rice, and that's going to stop the cooking process for the time being. All right, so now that we're done with that, let's go back to the stove and let me show you what we're going to do next. Okay guys, so we're back at the stove. I have my parboiled rice ready to go, and I still have my sour cherries here simmering and having the liquid evaporate. So what we're going to do with this now is add a tablespoon of rose water. This is my mom's little trick, and I'm telling you, it makes one heck of a difference. It's so aromatic, so beautiful. I just love it, I love it. So 1 tablespoon of rose water. Again, you're going to find that typically at an Iranian supermarket. And if not, if you don't have one next to you, you can go on my Amazon shop. I'll link that below and you can purchase that on there as well. So we're going to give this a good stir again. And now we're going to add 1 tablespoon of saffron, the liquid saffron. I'll tell you guys how to make this in a second. We're going to add 1 tablespoon of the saffron into our sour cherry mix as well. So, talking about this, the way that you make this is you take a teaspoon of saffron threads, you're going to crush it up, and then you're going to get it into a very fine powder form. Then you're going to put it in a little jar like so, and you're going to pour hot water into it. And then you can just store this, you're gonna let it cool, but you can store this in your fridge for like 2 months, like literally such a long time. And anytime you're making a Persian dish or any dish that you wanna add saffron to, all you do is you add a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons at a time, and it gives you that beautiful saffron aromatic substance, I guess you could say, to your dish. So that's with that. All right. Just gonna let this simmer more. The liquid has completely almost evaporated here. Beautiful. So now what we're going to do as this is still simmering is we're going to start with our rice. So what we're going to do is turn on our stove again for a non-stick pot. I can get it to turn on. There we go. Okay, so what we're going to do is add another couple tablespoons onto the bottom of our pot. Just FYI, with this Persian dish, you're not going to get the best tahdig because we're going to have so much sweetness and this what is it called? The liquid sugar from our dish, that it's actually going to burn the tahdig a little bit. It might do that. So don't be alarmed if that happens. It's still really good. It's just not going to be like that golden tahdig look. But the rest of it will still be pretty amazing. All right, we're just going to stir our butter on the bottom of our pot like that. Turn down the heat to medium. And now we're going to start arranging our rice with our sour cherries. So what we're going to do is add a layer of rice to the bottom. So after you have your first layer of rice, you're going to start adding your sour cherries. Just going to arrange that like that. After your layer of sour cherries, you're going to add another layer of rice. And we're just going to repeat this process almost like a lasagna. We're just going to keep repeating this process until our cherries and our rice are all done. Okay guys, so now that our layers of rice and sour cherries have been completed, we're going to make a dome shape with our rice. And then after we make the dome shape, we're going to start poking little holes. I want to say about 5 or 6 little holes throughout our pot. This is going to allow it to steam and get fluffy. And then we're going to add a couple, actually a lot more than a couple dollops of butter throughout our rice. Like so. If you are vegan, you can always use olive oil or grapeseed oil, or you can also use vegan butter. Everything works just fine. And then last but not least, we're going to add some saffron just to give it that beautiful color. I'm going to add a tablespoon at a time. We're just going to put it in a swirling motion. Now that we have our saffron and the butter and everything kind of all done, what we're going to do is take a clean dish towel like so, cover your pot, make sure it's not touching the flame because you don't want it to catch on fire, and then take the lid of your pot, give it a couple pounds to get it really sealed up, lift those little edges up so it doesn't catch on fire, and then we're going to let this cook on medium for 30 minutes. All right guys, so our rice is all done. I'm so excited to show you what we're going to do with it now. So we're going to open this up. Oh, beautiful. So gorgeous. All right, and what we're going to do is take a little bit of the rice without the cherries on top, that there, before you mix everything up. We're going to add a little bit of saffron to that to get that white rice, that beautiful golden color. And what we're going to do is start serving this up. So we're going to give everything a nice fluff. Gorgeous. We're going to start assembling our rice like that. Now that we have our rice on top of our dish, what we're going to do is take some of that, the yellow rice, the saffron rice, put that on top to give it that beautiful contrast. Doesn't need to be perfect. Then we're going to put some pistachios that I have chopped up, and we're just going to sprinkle that on top as a garnish. And that is it. Beautiful. I am so excited about this. And voila, all done. And it is ready to be served. All right, guys. Well, again, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching my videos on my channel. It means the world to me. So please make sure to subscribe to my channel. Give me a big thumbs up so I can keep giving you more of these videos. And that's it. I hope you guys are staying healthy and safe. I know this is during all the coronavirus stuff, so I just hope that you guys are all doing well out there. And I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.